Tonight, News Channel 5 Investigates has uncovered serious questions about the drug dogs that police use to justify searches along Tennessee's interstates. That investigation discovered those dogs may not be as reliable as people think.
And as a result, innocent people could end up being treated like common criminals. News Channel 5's chief investigative reporter Phil Williams continues his exclusive investigation. Phil.
Well, as you know, this part of our investigation began when a California police officer and his wife contacted us about their own experience right here in Middle Tennessee, an experience with officers looking for suspected drug money that they can seize to fund their agency.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
This dash cam video shows how the encounter began.
It just happened so fast, and I was upset and I was tired.
Lisa and Ronnie Hankins were on their way back home to California after a cross-country trip for a family funeral when they got stopped in Dixon County by an interstate interdiction agent with the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force, supposedly for a traffic violation.
Come on, have a seat in my truck for me. It's safer there.
I got upset when he took my wife out of the car. There's no reason to take her out of the car.
You say there's not anything illegal in it. Do you mind if I search it today to make sure?
I talked to my husband.
When Lisa refused to give him permission,
I said, I haven't done anything for you to search my car.
and that was not the answer he wanted to hear.
Nope, I can tell he was getting upset with me.
You run your dog.
Agents brought out a drug dog. Within seconds, the dog sat on the driver's side. That's how it's supposed to show it's picked up the smell of drugs.
We ran a dog and the dog's alerted on the vehicle, so we're going to be searching, okay?
The couple no longer had a choice.
He already made up his mind what he was going to do.
As a federal police officer with the U.S. Marine Corps, Ronnie Hankins immediately had his suspicions.
100%, there's no doubt in my mind. They cued that dog.
There's no doubt in your mind that that dog was cued to alert on that car?
Yes, correct.
We showed the video to Auburn veterinarian Professor Lawrence Myers. He's a nationally recognized expert on how detection dogs work. The first thing he noticed, there's no microphone on the handler, raising all sorts of questions.
Is the handler giving any audible cues to the dog? Or just simply saying, sit?
So in this case, we don't hear what he's saying to the dog.
Correct. Not a clue.
Myers also noticed that the officer keeps his hands to himself on the passenger side, but as he rounds the car, that suddenly changes.
The officer pointed at the spot where the dog eventually sat before the dog sat. That's actually a cue.
Intentional?
I don't think so.
Myers said it could be a training issue.
Dogs take their cues from people. I must go investigate. What is he pointing at? And having stopped and paused in the whole thing, the officer then releases tension on the leash. The dog goes, sit.
Our investigation also uncovered another traffic stop where one interdiction agent from the 23rd takes his dog around a vehicle once, twice, 3 times without getting an alert. Instead of accepting the result, he blames the dog's arthritis. That's when another officer brings out his dog. After 2 rounds, he gets an alert, finally giving officers a reason to search.
One of them is definitely wrong. Which one?
In fact, a thorough search of the truck found no evidence of drugs or anything illegal. The dog doesn't alert, so they assume there must be something wrong with the dog.
Right. And when the dog alerts and nothing is found, there must be some reason that it did alert.
A few years back, researchers from the University of California, Davis set up a test inside a church, supposedly to see how well drug and explosive detection teams could find contraband that had been hidden inside. The dogs hit 225 times, but there was a catch. There were no drugs or explosives anywhere, suggesting the dogs can sometimes react to what they sense from their handlers instead of what they actually smell. In fact, a review of reports kept by the 23rd shows that out of 24 alerts this year, in 15 cases, officers did not come up with any contraband that they could seize. Still, those reports show officers wrote up why they thought they got the alerts. The car was a California rental. A friend could have had marijuana the night before. Or officers spotted what looked like marijuana shake or residue in the carpet.
That's wishful thinking.
The dog could be wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Dogs are frequently wrong.
But they don't want to put that down in their report.
And I don't know why.
There is no reason that they should have violated our civil rights against search and seizure. They shouldn't even stopped us. There was no reason to stop us.
Winnie Hankins says that as a police officer, he knew his rights, but that still did not protect him from what he believes was an illegal search. If this happened to you, what does that say to you about the constitutional rights of people who pass through this area every day?
There's no telling how they get violated.
Again, no drugs were found in that car